placed in front of you just keeps going wrong. If it's something in the water, or you brought it on yourself, you gotta take the bad things and put them on a shelf. No matter how far you stray, it's a long way home. No matter how close you stay, it's a long way home. Stick to the road ahead, it's a long way home. As long as I ain't dead, I'm always coming home.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Episode 1. Here we are, where we didn't really plan to be. But a few weeks ago, my wife lost her job. We're both in our 50s. So we're kind of in this position where we're asking ourselves things that we haven't had to ask ourselves in quite some time. Primarily, what do we do now and what comes next? So instead of pretending we have it all figured out,
Which we absolutely do not.
we're going to try to figure it out together here in real time with you guys. This is the Forward Project. So without any further ado, let's kind of just give a quick idea of who we are. Like I said, my name is Chris. I am the husband.
I'm Bobbi, the wife.
And we've been together since 1987, married since 1992. We have 3 pretty much grown children. They don't always act it, but that's on us. We taught them that. Good kids. 2 are married. 1 is graduating college shortly.
Saturday
Shortly, which is good because now at some point we have to have a party for her that we can't afford. Because why not? Yeah, it's tough. We've been working a long time. We've been on our own since we were 18. We didn't live at home until we were in our 30s, like people are doing now. Put ourselves through college. I actually, in complete transparency, dropped out a semester away from graduating. Seems like 100 years ago. Big mistake. We'll address that for sure in another episode. Mistakes we made way back when.
wasn't a mistake.
That are affecting us now. But for today's episode, we're really going to kind of focus on where Bobbi is at and where we are at together, and kind of examine what we're both feeling in light of recent events. I guess so. So how you doing?
I've been better.
So let's give a little bit of background on the job. You've been there for
Almost 6 years.
Almost 6 years.
Yeah.
Which isn't a ton, which isn't a super long time. It's a long time enough to get settled into something, and at our age, kind of the whole point of you getting a job like that, or that career change, was that you could find a place where you could kind of finish your working career. And
I thought I would be there until I was able to not work anymore. Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
I was kind of in a similar situation. The place I was at, I was pretty comfortable there. I was pretty well respected there. They got bought out by another company who didn't respect anybody. So I voluntarily moved out. So it's not exactly the same situation. I had plans in place. I was able to have the time to put plans in place and leave a bad situation. You kind of got squeezed out of what, for the most part, prior to, was a good situation.
Correct.
So
Yep. Yeah.
what is that? what does that do to your kind of thought process? Well, let's take it first. What does that do to your thought process in general life? Let's just kind of your day-to-day life. Like how does that impact you?
Oh my gosh. So I'm still dealing with its disbelief and not really knowing what to do next. I never thought I'd be in this position, especially at my age, been in it before at a younger age, but not here. And now
It
it's like,
it
yep.
it tends not to matter so much when you're in your 30s, like because
When I'm
you've got
younger, I'm like,
time.
fuck it, I got time. I don't care what. I'll go find another job. Now I don't have so much time, and we're looking to retire, and it
Yeah.
doesn't look like we'll ever be able to do that right now. So,
Yeah, we're
uh,
kind of at that age where anything negative that happens job wise seems like the end of the line. I mean, growing up, I mean, you watched movies. I mean, the guy would have a job, he'd get fired, he'd be like, "I'm 48 years old. Where am I supposed to go?" And
yeah, now people used to retire at 62, which isn't that far away, which isn't not going to happen for us anymore. So
no, no.
it's a what do I do? What have I done? What I do wrong? And yeah, if we talk too much, I may start crying. So
That's okay. It's good for ratings. I'll get you laughing
um,
again. So I guess touch on that a little bit, like the guilt you feel. I know you've mentioned to me you feel guilt um, for losing the job, and that you're kind of the question is like, what did I do wrong? What could I have done differently? What was my culpability in it? Right or wrong? What are your thoughts on that? And then also kind of what are your thoughts on the guilt
oh,
in
I
in our relationship, like in your responsibilities to a family? And I'm not saying that there should be. I know you've spoken that you have it. I know we've discussed that you're not culpable at all, but in your head, I want to know what's going on in your brain.
no, I'm culpable in the fact of I had a weakness that I let show, and we can get into that at another time. Um, I have guilt because uh, I just lost a job I thought I would have forever. I don't know what I'm going to do now, and if I'll be able to find another job, and if we'll be able to keep our house. Or I'm gonna start crying, so we might have to.
You won't. You'll be okay. You'll pull it together. That nice
It's a
big
hard
rum
time.
punch. You just drink
It's
up.
it's very difficult. It's very hard. When I was younger, I didn't care, but now that we're later in life, even though the kids are grown, I feel like there's more responsibility now because I knew we could take care of them and we always would, and now I don't know if we can.
Well, well, that sucks. Well, that's the end of episode 1. Jesus.
Sorry.
Debbie down.
Oh, we're
Wah,
doing this,
wah.
but there's got to be people that are like me. Can't be just me
Yeah,
that
well,
feel this way.
and hopefully that helps, and hopefully, once we get our socials going, people can reach out and maybe um they can help you through it, or you can help them through it, or we can build maybe a community where we're kind of all helping each other through it, because like you said, we're not the only ones in this situation. We're not going to be the only ones in this situation. There's going to be more. Economies rise, economies fall.
Wait, there's going to be more situations like this?
No, hopefully not for us. I'm just talking in general, for the general populace. This isn't an isolated incident.
No,
Things
it's not.
things are going to get bad, and not just for us. And truth be told, worse things can happen.
Yes.
As we know,
Yep.
it hasn't been an easy couple of years for us, family wise, which again, we'll get into things on other episodes. Put it briefly, and again, it seems like it's coming on you more than it is me lately. I'm usually the the bad luck draw, but lately it's seems to be attached itself to you.
It's been a tough
Um,
year.
yeah, tough couple of years. Yeah, you lost your mother last year, which I know is hard. Your sister's been very ill for 3 years, 2 years,
Hmm.
3 years, going
3 years.
3 years in February, I think. Um, that can't be easy. So you're top of that, you're dealing with your
Job loss.
stepfather now,
Yeah.
who's alone. Um, you're
Other
kind of
family issues on your
yeah,
side?
yeah,
It
you're
all
kind of
kind of came at
yeah,
once.
yep.
So
Yeah, it hasn't been fun. It hasn't been easy. This was kind of an extra little kick in the nuts for both of us. And I think maybe for the first time in your life, you knew what a kick in the nuts felt like.
or kick in the front.
In the front butt.
Yeah.
Hoofed in the front butt. So the good news is we're not starting from zero. Like, we have things. We have a house. We're not trying to get a house. We're we have cars. We don't need to get cars. We need to keep them running. And
Thankfully,
that's
they're
another.
paid off.
They are paid off. Mine is in the shop currently awaiting $7,500 bill. Thank God most of that will be covered by a warranty, which is good. That one warranty I ever bought paid off.
Yeah.
So it's not starting from zero, but it certainly feels like it. Through COVID, we accumulated some debt. I had a business that I was running before that I voluntarily folded. Let's just call it getting out while the getting was not bad. Not getting out while it was good, but getting out before it really ruined us. But
It was a good 20-year run.
a good 20-year run. Yeah, it had its moments.
We got some really good friends from there.
Yeah, got some good friends, got some good memories. It was really nice being my own boss. I'll tell you, man, I'd give a lot to have that happen again. So what? Tell me about, like, the last couple weeks. Like, when you wake up in the morning, is there an oddness? I get there's got to be an oddness to it. Other than, like, take it away from the depression and the downside. Like what is your day when you wake up in the morning? Is the first thing in your head, like, what I don't want to put words in your mouth. What is the first thing in your head?
The first thing in my head is I got to get my ass out of bed so I can walk Cooper at 4:30 in the morning. But I say fuck that because I don't have a job to get to, so I can do it at any time. And then I get up and I say, what am I going to do today? And I don't know. I get up and I kind of try. I brought myself today to think about when we had COVID and Linnea was in school, but she was homeschooled for 2 years. She was at home during COVID. But I told her, you got to get up, you got to get dressed, you got to put your makeup on, and you got to still live life like there's life. And I just realized that, like, today, like, I need to get up and just keep going instead of being like, oh, woe is me, which is really hard to do, especially now in your 50s. But I get up and I try to get out there and get my walk started, and I get online and I do my job searches, and I do, I cook. I love to cook. That's a passion of mine. So I get on there, and then I just try to stay busy. If I don't stay busy, then that's where I fall. The walks are key because the afternoon I walk Nola, and she's my peaceful walk, and we kind of get grounded together, and I try not to think negative thoughts.
Nola and Cooper are two of our dogs, just for the people who don't know. I mean, I'm sure we'll post pictures up here at some point of them.
And you'll be hearing them.
Good pups. You'll be hearing them, and there's two other dogs in the house too. Toby and Minnie. You'll hear them. Toby's actually my podcast partner down here. He's chilling. You'll meet them all, or most of them, at some point. But yeah, the dogs are a huge help for anything. I mean, if you're feeling crummy, they'll lift you up. Especially you. You're like the Snow White of dogs.
I love my
It's
pups.
crazy.
And we just lost one. That was the other thing.
Yeah, that was the other thing that happened last week. Yep.
Right before
Yeah.
the night before my son's wedding.
Good times. It just keeps snowballing. The fact that you can smile at all during these times is a kind of a testament to who we are and our resilience as people. And I think once you can get over the fear, the rest will be okay.
You say so.
So let's talk about resume building and actually kind of getting your name out there. It used to be, God, even in any job that you would get, I mean, you'd peruse the paper and see if there's any listings for jobs. You'd make a phone call. You'd snail mail a resume. You'd go to the building and see if you could speak to a hiring manager or a manager or an owner in many cases. It wasn't difficult to get your name into the pool.
Right.
Um,
Well, you could
and
walk into a building and show your face, and you
yeah,
make that facial presence, and then you've got them, because then you could be like, they have facial recognition to
mhm.
figure out who's coming in, and yeah.
which also helped to dilute the pool because you there are a lot of people who wouldn't do that. I think one of the things that has
Today's kids wouldn't.
yeah,
They
no
wouldn't
way,
even know
no
how.
way, no. But
Yeah.
one of these things that's kind of emboldened these people, these kind of armchair warriors, to apply for jobs they're not qualified for. Um, submit resumes they've lied on, or I'm not saying this is everybody. I'm just saying these are also people in this same pool as you, trying to find a job that you're probably overqualified for at this point. Um, the it's saturated with the ability to just press a button and have your resume enter a pool with possibly 100 or hundreds of other ones for one single job, for one single position, to the point where now they don't look at them. They've got algorithms set up and they run them through AI, and somebody filters out the ones they don't like. And if you've got one word on there or you're missing one word on there, yours goes into the dead pile. You could be the most qualified person for the job. They will never know it because yours just doesn't make it past the screen.
Yeah, I feel like the same with our daughter who's applying for grad school, and there's 1,000 applicants, and they take 5 people. Like, how do you get yours? How do you get yours recognized? How do you get the AI to see your resume? And that's when I come and we go to the next generation, whatever it's called, X, Y, Z, K. I don't know what the generations are supposed to be called anymore. And you rely on them. So I went to um, well, you helped me write an initial one. I
Yeah.
went
No,
to
I wouldn't know how to polish it.
Yeah, I went to my husband's wife, Kelly, and who's
Your
very
husband's
good.
wife? That
Oh
would be
my
cool.
God,
I'm
that's
not gonna lie.
horrible.
If you let me have another wife, that would be cool.
My son,
Hopefully she would be able to hold a job down.
I would be okay with that. Then I wouldn't have to work. I'll just cook and do my thing. She can do the other part too if you want.
Hey, what the
Whatever
hell? No,
happens.
no. The whole point. Never mind. Well, that's a whole other episode. Maybe a whole other show.
But I went to my son's now wife and said, "Help me," and she recreated my resume. And she's like, "You need keyed words, the step that will be picked up from the algorithm and AI." And I don't even understand what that all means. So, and by doing that, I did submit a resume, and I got someone to call me because there were some keywords that showed up.
How many would you say you've submitted?
I was asked that today, under 10, because I don't want to, as of right now, I don't want
I'm gonna interrupt right there and be like,
to.
the clock is ticking on that check on the severance. You may want to at least double that output.
Yeah, I got to get on it, but I don't want to just work for somebody who's just going to take me just because I'm a number who has the right words that the algorithm picked up. So it's a
That makes sense.
challenge. It's a challenge.
And
Yeah.
you also don't want to start by punching low. You don't
Which,
you don't want to shoot for under what you're worth, or what you're.
but the problem is I don't know my worth anymore. So I
Well,
don't know what to go for. So
that's actually a great segue. Let's talk about that for a second. What does this do to your sense of self, or your sense of ability to do a job?
crushes it. I don't think I have the ability to do a job anymore because I thought I had job. I did it well. My bosses loved me. And now they let me go because somebody else said I'm not needed. So um, it's demoralizing, it's crushing, and it's scary because it makes me feel like I can't do anything anymore.
I know you better than anybody, so I know, like, you're making this look easy, but I know you're struggling. So I appreciate your honesty, and these are things that we've kind of touched on, but I've never really kind of grilled you on. I know you might feel like grilled, but I'm really trying to get a sense of, and give other people kind of a sense of what this feels like from the inside. And people say all the time, you know, I'd take that bullet for you, but I wish it was me instead of you. Um, you're handling it great. I would handle it better for a different reason. I'm still at that point in my life where I just don't care. Like I don't care enough. Like obviously the financial fear would be there. But I'm not. I know there's a part of you that's still trying to prove something to yourself. In
Sure.
in the work world, I don't have that. I'm you know me. I'm more of an artistic with an R, contrary to popular belief. It's, so I kind of almost see that. Like for me, this would be freedom.
I guess for me, it feels more like I have a responsibility to make money. So while you're very artistic and you're able to do different things, and you're that person who always wanted to work for yourself, and I'm like, nope, I need to make money so we're secure. We have the insurance, and that's how I'm made, or whatever you want to call it. So for me not to have that. So but I've learned a lot through my life, and I've learned to say fuck it in some like I'm doing a podcast. No way in hell would I have done this even a
No
year
way.
ago.
No way. Yeah, a
Um,
month ago. I've been asking you for years for us to do a family podcast. Um, I actually do a podcast with my son. It's called Two Good Christians. New episodes are coming soon. Please check it out. This show is actually a part of the Two Good Christians podcast network. It is not a religious show. We talk about we have a lot of fun. We'll talk about cryptids, aliens, kind of whatever pops in our head, murders, and sometimes we'll just have a lot of fun talking. My brother Jamie just joined the show. Check it out. We'll plug it again later, but just kind of so you know where I am as far as this goes. So I've been trying to get her to do this for a long time. She was a hard no. Doesn't like to be on camera. Doesn't like the sound of her own voice, as none of us do. One of the reasons we're in separate rooms is because it makes this dynamic easier, I think, for you. When we're sitting next to each
Right.
other, there's God, I don't even know what the word is. I almost, I don't want to say this, but almost like you would lean on me more to carry it. Like here, there's a give and take.
Yeah.
Like I can give you something, you can bounce back off of it. You don't have the ability to kind of look out of the side of your eye at me and be like,
I don't know.
yeah, for some reason you seem a lot more comfortable this way. So
Yes,
this is
absolutely.
good. So I don't want to drag it out. Updating your resume. So as far as the resume, I know the big thing for a resume is one page. Don't go more than one page. We want one page.
Well, that's not true
Maybe
at our
two.
age, right?
But you've got, you know, like I said, we've been on since we were 18. We've been working for a long time. I've been working since I was 14 years old. You've been working since you were 18 years old, plus you're in your father's business before that. You don't have a one-page resume. I mean,
Right.
even if you were to put in reality, the few jobs that you've had them all long term and accomplished a lot of things in those jobs and worked at different levels, entry level all the way up to management in almost all those jobs. How do you decide what not to include? I mean,
Again, you know what, Kelly, I told her this is everything, and she knew what to put in, and how do you make it sound? Yeah, right. You know, nowadays kids work 2 years and they're like, I gotta go to the next job. I gotta get experience here and there. I don't have that belief. I'm gonna stick with you until, you know, the end of time,
until you let me go,
until you let me go.
until you tell me to
Um,
leave.
until you are, uh, but yeah, I don't know. It's a whole new world, and it's all about technology and AI, and that's a scary thing too. And if maybe I can get an AI person to work for me, and I can make the money from the AI person doing my job. So yeah.
You actually saw that quite a bit at your place with the younger generation, where I mean, when I say that this place was a great place to work, um, for the bulk of the time you were there. They were great. They were sympathetic people,
Oh,
empathetic people.
they were so empathetic. They were a family business that I was going through a tough time with mom, taking care of my mother. Not only did I lose her, but I had to help her through her end of life. And then my sister being sick, and when she was diagnosed, they were like, "Why are you here? I don't care about you working here. You need to be with your family, and you need to take care of them." And just even and then in COVID, when I had COVID, and they're like, "Just do the best you can." And then things changed. People change, unfortunately. And myself included, I experienced a difficult time mentally. And when I found the reason that I thought, I don't even know if you want to go into that right now.
We'll save we'll save it. That's almost a whole nother episode. Um,
Yeah.
but what I was saying with the younger generation is it was a great place to work.
Yep.
Um, you still had people coming to you and saying, "Well, I just want to go do something else because this is, I mean, stupid reasons like
Oh, yeah.
the
I would
grass is
tell them,
greener," and you're like, "You're a dummy."
"You're a dummy. These people are wonderful people who just they get it." He would walk around. One of them would walk around and say, "Don't be stressed. It's my job to be stressed. You don't be stressed." The parties we would have, the office parties, the outside parties, and it's not about the parties, but
The
it's the
camaraderie.
it's the camaraderie culture. And I called everyone I worked with kids. I felt like the mom of the place, and yet I would forget when I was working with them that I wasn't their age because I would talk to them on the level that I was their age. But really I was like their mom. But I think I loved everyone that worked there, and mostly. And obviously I'm gonna have some issues. But yeah, and then things didn't work out. But you know what? They're still there for me. And when the time came, it was a shock not only to me, but to the rest of the people who couldn't believe that it happened. So that was very comforting. They actually had me meet with them for drinks last Friday. Uh, and there was a lot more people there that I thought would go that appreciated me, and it made me feel good, walking in there and seeing all these people being like, "We don't get it. We want you here." So that was actually, I wasn't sure if I wanted to go, but it was actually very healing for me seeing people who really cared about me.
I want to touch on at least one other thing real quick.
Hmm.
Without beating a dead horse, I don't really want to get into a discussion of his thoughts right now, but um, our son also works at the same company.
Yeah.
Is
That
still
I brought
employed at
in.
the same company. Yeah, Bobby actually brought him in.
Told them what
Um,
a wonderful company it was to work
yeah,
for.
yeah. What are your thoughts on that? Is
And him
there?
working there?
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say because again, I know you well enough. Oh, it doesn't bother me. You can use a job, but
No, it does bother me.
okay.
So
Oh
fuck you.
wow, all right, I'm shocked.
So fuck you.
Fuck you for thinking you know me.
It bothers me because before I had an inkling that I was leaving, he had told you he was looking other places, and I'm like, what the hell is he doing? This is a wonderful place to work. Um,
To be
and
fair, in
now,
case anybody from that work hears this, he's young. I think he's just keeping his options open.
yeah, he well, he's got his master's in sports medicine, and I took him out of that to come work for this company, and then, but I feel horrible that. But I think he was enjoying it, and I think he liked being there, but I feel horrible because now he's in a predicament of they let my mom go. How do I keep working for these people when they let my mom go, when I like the job?
Yeah.
So I feel bad that he's torn. So, yes, he was looking before because their generation is always looking for a new job. They're always looking for more experiences, and he's always, I mean, he works 2 jobs now. He's always looking for the next thing
He's always been
to
very
improve,
ambitious.
to ambition to prove himself and to do well. And so I feel horrible that he's in the predicament that he's in. and I don't want him to feel that, but again, I don't be like, why aren't you leaving the job? Because he's responsible. At my age, I would have been like, fuck you, you let me go out, you let one of my family go, I'm out of here. But I don't want my kids to do that because they have to be responsible and they have to take care of themselves and him and his wife and his future family if they have one.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair. I'm not speaking to him. Fuck that kid. No, I'm just kidding. All right. One more thing. Maybe more than one more thing. I would just kind of going with the flow here. Things that kind of pop into my head.
Don't cut it short because you're out of a drink. See,
You saw that? I got to start.
you got to bring
stuff in
extra.
here. Yeah, that's
gotta bring
my
extra.
extra though. That's my
Well,
extra. And normally, if I was doing the other podcast, I'd just call you and ask if you can mix me up a quick drink. But you're down there. I got nobody. So I don't want to name names. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I don't
Nope.
want to elevate any friends higher than other friends or kind of establish a hierarchy of anything other than what sticks out to you about friends' responses to this?
you know what? Everybody has shit going on. And that's what I get. I don't rely on anybody. I have one friend from elementary school that has been there for me through this whole thing. Other than her, it's been you. And this isn't to be sappy, but I I have friends who want to help me and they do help, but they got their own shit going on. And some of them have serious shit going on. And I can't really rely on them. But as you get older, I don't really know how to answer that because friends, like I said, they have their own shit. So I don't expect anything from anybody. I have one wonderful true friend who will text me every morning to make sure I'm okay because she knows I'm not. Other than that,
But I think if I can assume your thoughts for a second, which I'm not assuming, you've told me this outright. There's despite the understanding, there's a level
they
of
don't understand.
they don't understand it. B, I think there's a level of disappointment
Yes.
from you in some of their responses, even just the response. I think what you're expecting when you tell somebody this is you're not expecting to be like, hey, I got a job for you, jump on, here's some money, come live at my house. I mean, you're not expecting that level of
Right.
of support. But I think, and it's fair to expect this. I think the expectation is, an occasional text, how you doing?
Yeah.
You're good. How's the job search going? Any luck? Or good morning, like you said, the friend who reaches out every day just to see how you're doing.
Right.
To be fair though, it's got nothing to do with the job. They do that anyway. That's just the
Yes and
friend.
no. No, she's a wonderful friend, but she makes sure that I'm okay. And she'll send the card. But you experienced it too.
Oh
We
yeah.
closed our business. We made our best friend group. We made from that school. And then when the night of the closing, they didn't get it. Yes, they were all there to come out and support you and have drinks, but no one got the internal turmoil you were going through. And no one understands that. And I don't know. I don't want to, because they're going to listen to this, so I don't want to
Yeah,
put
that's fine. That's
anybody.
fine. I don't want to
And I
name
don't
names,
want to put.
I don't want to shame anybody because, like you said,
No,
everybody's got their own shit going
everybody's
on.
got shit.
I'm just trying to get what you're feeling out there, so that maybe so that other people know when they're feeling it. It's okay to feel a little bit of resentment's not the right word.
It's not resentment. It's
No,
not
because
even.
it's not right.
It's
There's
hurt a little bit.
yeah,
There's
there's
a
a
little
level of
hurt.
disappointment, I think, in that. Um, eh, and I guess maybe part of it is maybe they just don't understand, even if it's happened to them. There's and it may, and again, I don't think lack of empathy is the right word either. I don't think they're not empathetic. I don't think they're
Right.
bad people. I don't think there's any malice involved in it. But I think when it's happening to somebody else, it's different. Of course, it's less important. I mean, everything's more important when it's happening to you.
Right.
But I expected more people to reach out to you more often. This is a tough time with what's been going on with, like you said, your mother. I mean, you've been in a fragile state for at least a year now. Kind of juggling a lot of things, taking on more than one person should be expected to take on. And there's been a lot of, hey, Bob, let me tell you about me.
Yeah. Or there's, hey, tell you about me, or just not understanding. Like I said, everybody has their shit, and everybody's shit is important to them. My shit is important to me, but we know we have very good friends that are going through horrible shit. And I feel horrible for them, and I've been there for them, I think. But while one's facing their horribleness, I'm looking at mine and saying, oh my God, we could lose our house. We don't have health insurance anymore. At 50? Holy fuck. At
Well,
30?
I have health conditions. I mean,
Right.
my meds alone without insurance are going to cost us about $3,200 a month.
Well, it's not going to cost us because we don't have it.
Yeah,
So,
well, yeah, so I'm not going to be on my meds. So,
right.
so you'll be getting
But,
that non-existent life insurance policy pretty soon. Good for you.
right. So yeah, I'm not going to say I'm sad, I'm mad, I'm resentful. I'm not. I truly love the fact that I have a friend. A friend. How many people can say you can count your friends on your hands? But I have a friend who truly cares about me besides you. I mean, you're my best friend. You'll be there for me. You're the only one who's been there for me through
I don't know if you don't get a job, I'm already
everything.
looking.
You've already been there through me for everything. But like I can't fault them for it because they're all living their life. And even go down to our daughter who's, she's graduating college. She didn't get into grad school because she didn't get one of the 5 slots of the 10 schools that she applied to. So her life is like devastating or whatever. That's important to her, although she's super supportive of me and my biggest cheerleader, and she's a angel. No, I can't even express. But
I don't think she's an angel. She said the word fuck yesterday twice in one conversation. This is a kid who never swore her entire life.
until she was 21.
Twice.
Yes, until she was 21. But we all have shit. And unfortunately, our shit is financially based. So that's the difference. We have other people going through shit who's not. I mean, we have friends retiring, and we're like, holy hell, we're never going to retire because, well,
Even at our best. Even at our best.
Even at our best.
Another episode, we'll talk about my my shortcomings as a provider.
Yeah. I don't know if this is going the way you want it to go, but I'm just trying to let you know how I'm feeling through this whole process.
That's why we're here today. I mean, that's today's episode. It's not all going to be about
it's not a downer all the time. It's just kind of like, holy fuck, and I want to get out and I want to scream because, yeah, I thought, we're good people, and I thought we did everything right, and I'm starting to think like we shouldn't have done everything right and been so caring. I want to say fuck it and fuck everybody and just.
Yeah, we should have robbed that bank. We should have sold those drugs. We should have.
Yeah, but we have 3 beautiful kids who are doing wonderful. 2 married to great people. 1 who's gonna do great things in life, who's got a boyfriend of 5 years who, you know what, he's doing good things, and we raise good kids. And we're about, if we didn't need money to pay for things, I think we have it pretty good. Our kids are wonderful. We got 4, I almost said 5, but 4 beautiful dogs. We got a nice home. We came from the ghetto of New Haven, Connecticut to now having our house. We've come a long way. What's next? I don't know, but we'll get there because we do it together.
Holy shit. You just closed the show.
Cheers.
Well done. Wow. Well, I guess we just want you guys to know that if you are going through something like this, you're not the only one. I want I want Bobbi to know that you're not the only one. Give us a listen. Again, once we get those socials going, reach out. We're going to
Reach
keep.
out. Support services are, we're
Yeah.
here. If you just want to talk, we're here because we're just normal people who are trying to live life and trying to figure it out and
Yeah, week by week, and
by
stick
week,
with us.
day by day. Yeah.
Yeah, stick with us. We're gonna all try to figure it out together. Got anything you need to plug? Oh no, because you wouldn't do the family podcast, so you got nothing.
Well,
yeah,
we don't have a family podcast, but
plug your
I'll
resume.
plug my resume and listen to Two Good Christians, and Chris will have another single podcast that he's doing on his own. I don't know what he's calling it yet. We're just trying to figure things out. Honey, I love you. We said it together forever, and that's what it is.
And here we are.
And here we are.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time. This is the Forward Project.
Bye. Bye, guys.